Hi guys, welcome back. I'm going to do the mid-month for Cancer because I have been behind. So I thought I would do the actual energy for mid-month live. Now, I thought I'd pre-recorded it, but obviously I haven't. So this one's going to be different to the other videos. Those of you who are new, welcome. And if you are wanting to make a booking, you can go to the link directly below. Now, I've pulled some chakra cards for you guys. And you've got some interesting energies going on. It can be that you're really removing yourself at the moment and meditating upon how you feel about yourself spiritually, emotionally, your self-esteem directly connected to it. It's sort of in reverse. Now, okay, so anything connected to openness, sharing, beauty, and honor. I feel that you guys are really in that critique mode where you're reflecting back on certain situations. It can be where you're feeling that if you are in a partnership, are you getting what you need out of it? Does it semi-spiritually feel it's matching? Or perhaps you or your partner, if you're in a partnership, might feel a bit reserved where you're doing a deep reflection and meditation at the moment. I feel emotionally and spiritually speaking, you are in deep reflection. It's a very quiet, somber energy. It's not like you're communicating anything. It is a very reflective state. But you are being super critical towards your own personal energy of how you felt to do with past tense situations. And again, you also have the responsibility card in reverse as well. So you're feeling that perhaps in the past people were not responsible with your heart, and therefore it might have caused a temporary rebellion that caused direct conflict in your given 3D life at a point in time. Now, it's not to say that it's currently happening right now, regardless with the fact that we're in Venus retrograde. It is a time where the energy has sort of dipped down and it's very quiet. It is the 9. So for some of you, it may have been you were in a connection, some sense of betrayal or responsibility was not taken, but I don't feel that it was just stemming down to this one connection. This connection has potential, if you're not currently in it. The reflection comes down to that direct area. You do feel with this particular person you're able to have that, but at the moment you're reflecting back on that, where perhaps either on your side or their side, direct accountability, responsibility, and feeling really safe in that connection didn't reach its full potential. Now, when it comes down to it, I do feel on both sides. This is for those of you who aren't directly together, but you're reflecting upon each other, I feel. Both of you in a past tense situation have been deeply wounded and hurt. So due to that fact, it made it extremely difficult to, even want to take that aspect of responsibility and feel that in doing such, that spiritually, intimately speaking, that was going to keep you safe in that connection. Now, what is coming through for you guys is you're using all the tools that you have in life, especially through your transformation. Now, family may have been a direct block with this situation, but there is movement happening in the situation, and it is like you're using the 3. Now, 3 energy, let me check. I've started doing some readings a little bit differently and using, okay. Now, this can be connected to a masculine energy, be it you're a feminine or a masculine, but this is connected to Jupiter as well. 3s are connected to Jupiter, as well as using all the tools that you physically have through your awakening, through the transformation you have gone through this year. Now, most of the year we've been in retrograde, yet when you look at it, it almost felt like direct Venus retrograde in any aspect and every planet that had been directly retrograde, because it was constantly asking us the same things. you know, how you care about yourself, how you feel passionate about the outside world. So there is a lot of transformation going on, and you're wanting to really get something off the ground. I do feel this for some of you could be communication. It can be finally having the clarity in it and the realization either on your side or the other party's side that you know where things went wrong, why they went wrong, what you were willing to put in, what the other person was willing to put in, or what needed to change. I do feel there's movement in this area though. It's a quiet reflection time, but you're on the precipice of making those major changes. You really, some of you might be experiencing a tower moment. Now, it doesn't have to be that something terrible is happening. It can even be your mindset coming to that place where you're going, wow, you know, why didn't I see my actions, reactions, all the other parties involved? And it's, you know, you had great dreams connected to this person and you do know the potential within this connection. It's just the sad energies of reflection in it, and it does feel a very meditated state that you're in. Now, if you are around people, I feel you're acting normal. However, I do feel you're deep in your mind about this situation. When you're busy, however, I feel you're unable to do that reflection. So I feel like you're trying to find a quiet space. If you're in a connection and you're reflecting, again, I do feel you may be daydreaming and meditating upon this factor. Again, the number comes to a 9 on the card, which is almost reaching that full potential. And there's a few cards that have the 9s in them. So it's like not completely getting something off the ground and really wanting, having wanted that to transform to that level. You're really curious, but you're trying to be grounded before you proceed forward. But you are having a wake-up call. Part of your soul is feeling it's coming to life again, where you're having enough common sense to see, you know, what's X and what's Z and where to get the ball rolling in it. You find the life lessons, discover the purpose in the situation, trust that you are learning. It's like, again, even the energy on the card, it can be masculine or feminine energy, male or female. Now, it's like people are around you and it's like you've woken up from a nightmare and you're having this realization, especially when it's like you thought something was going to go one way and now you're looking at it and it's almost buyer's remorse. You're looking at it and thinking, either I could have acted in a certain way or I'm in a situation and gee, in the past, why didn't we get that off the ground? And you're reflecting and you're doing the work together currently. Regardless, there is a reflective, regretful energy of why things didn't come about, and the energy can go on both sides however it relates, but even within the picture it's like a still shot. I'm feeling energetically you feel like you've woken up and you've come out of the bat cave and you're on Nightmare on Elm Street and you're thinking this wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. Almost questioning, again, the connection to your intimate connections and responsibility. And again, you are being quite harsh in this area and doing some reflection in it. And the reality is, whoever that was in the past, hi guys, whoever that was in the past, be it you or the reaction that people had towards you, I feel as though you're looking at it and you're new now. So try not to get to a place where you're knocking yourself down and you're judging yourself just on previous merits. Now, that's handy if you're getting to a place where you're saying, right, perhaps I didn't open up at an intimate spiritual level with the person who I feel is my one, be it you're with them or you're not. Again, also at the level of knowing that there were direct reasons why, and then taking direct action connected to that on your side. Now, if you're cross-watching, this will be their mindset connected to it as well. When it comes to you feeling safe and taking responsibility, I feel again with the 2 crowning cards, It's like you've had a wake-up call. Something in your 3D life is showing you. So if you were in a connection and you're out of it and you're in another connection, this is what it's showing you. It's like a juxtaposition between the two worlds. If you're in a current relationship and you're reconciled, it's having that reflection back to that situation as well. If you're solo, you're still doing the reflection. So that realization of, regardless of what's transpired, is like, okay, who the hell am I? Try not to be harsh on yourself. This is a real tough cycle right now. And I think even, you know, I must actually shout out to the Leo King. He explains it beautifully. It is a tough time at the moment, and this is going through to December. Now, when you look at it, the whole year, we do have to really go easy on ourselves. Have an understanding that not one of us is perfect. It is that aspect in the energy where we're looking at ourselves and we're thinking, if we can't accept ourselves, how can anybody else accept us for our flaws, warts, and all? If we can have compassion towards ourselves as well as other people, and know that this frequency is just a very temporary frequency. Yes, it's like going through the old photo albums, except they're all the ones that you'd never want in there, and you're looking at them and you're going, why did I do that? Unfortunately, 2018 really has been that. It's like getting a really gnarly photograph album out, almost like that person that got drunk at the party and you had the remorse the next day and went, why have I done that? That's really where all of us this year have been, you know, just all these memories and, gee, why didn't I react in this way? Why couldn't it have turned out left, right, or up and down? Try and understand. Have the reflection as a tool, utilize it as an asset, and then it's not going to hold you back, because you do have the action card. Now, I do feel those of you who are of the zodiac sign of Cancer, male or female, masculine or feminine, you're going to do some investigating. Now, I feel once you've had the shell shock, some of you, this might be a tower moment or a realization. The current road you were on, the current reactions, actions you had weren't what they should have been. You're going to do some investigating. For some of you, it's internal as well as external. You could be asking advice from peers and certain people. There can be a little bit of paranoia with, you know, people watching you, conflict in your 3D world. I can see for some of you it might be family dynamic. There's a giraffe on the card, and I saw a giraffe yesterday, quite strange. I'm Cancer Moon Rising. Now, the reality is, at the heart of the matter, you can feel something's changing. You know it's changing. You sort of know what it's going to look like, but you haven't seen it yet. This is either you or the other person or both parties, but I'm feeling like your higher self knows change is coming. It's for you and this person, or you alone, to create that picture. But if you stand in the painting and don't pick the paintbrush up, it's going to stay the same. Now, again, ironically, the next card is a person painting themselves. Now, we can continue to paint that picture that those wounds are there forever. And yes, to a degree they are, but we can transform them and use them as tools. But you can also get to the heart of the matter when it comes to the truth, regardless of hurt, pain, situations that have happened, regardless of what you think the outcome was. I do feel action is required in order to transform this situation. Now, the monkey is no longer on your back. You can visually see it. You might be shying away from it, but you know it's there. The crow can be directly connected to a birth and death in spirituality. So let the old move. Don't use it like the ego on your shoulder to a point where you don't allow this transformation to come. Yes, you have wounds and you're trying to heal yourself, and you can do that, but the action directly needs to come through. This is for your sake as well as your bigger picture and the aspect of the transformation. Again, it is connected to you bringing this dream to life, and I feel you have more power than you know. The investigation is the key. I can see you're going to take actions. You have a realization about the past tense pains and why things transpired. But taking the direct action to make these hopes and dreams come through for you and how you want this ending to be. Currently, wherever you are, this card I always directly connect to a very spiritual connection. This can be deep soulmate, deep twin flame, you know, you being directly connected in with yourself. I read intuitively and psychically. Now, even just from the vibration I'm feeling from this card, you feel right now where you are, you physically don't belong. That something has to change. And look, even if you're in a relationship, spiritually speaking, you're still undergoing that process of healing, walking the path, taking the action in order to get away from this energy. Now, when I say get away from this energy, whatever you're doing in a particular action, be it with a person, be it with a karmic, be it with however it goes, you know what it is that's not fitting. It could even just be your mind. But I feel there is a 3D nature of a situation that you're currently in that just doesn't feel it fits. I keep seeing pieces of puzzles where you knew a situation that fit correctly, a bit like a glove. And it's like Cinderella and the shoe. Everyone's trying this shoe on, and Cinderella knows full well that's her shoe. The realization of the other person to realize that those shoes do not fit other situations, or them, for instance, comes back to you, Cancer. And I feel you know something in your life doesn't fit. It can be a way of doing something, a spiritual connection, a direct relationship, a home environment, a financial environment. Something at a passionate vibrational level doesn't fit. So I feel you guys are going to come to that realization this week. The frustrating thing for you guys, you know, something that you were doing that perhaps was the monkey on your back was actually costing you a lot of money. Look at the pot of gold. And you wanted to transform, but your passion and your need to, due to your wounds, was not strong enough to outweigh the monkey on your back with the gold pot that you were pouring this energy into that was non-deserving. Now, your energy has transformed. You know who isn't your enemy and who is. You've had that realization. You're walking away from a person that is an enemy, and you're walking towards someone who you know is your friend. Friend, a trusted person, or a feeling that you can directly trust, a romantic interest. Healing has been done. I feel healing needs to come about for some of you, but it may be in a current situation, healing has transpired, so the healing has processed. For others of you, it can be that there's just no healing a current situation. Others of you, it feels you're going to be doing this to heal the direct situation. Now, it could have been due to a younger person as well as children, or maybe your energy mindset, and it can be the advice that you're being given is to move towards a very playful energy in order to handle this direct situation. I feel also this person can be a friend that is giving you advice connected to this dynamic, because there is communication as a clarification. And you are coming out of, you know, it could be the dark night of the soul. It just feels a heavy energy that you're moving out of. It can even be burdens connected to a time frame. Now, whoever this person is that you're going to communicate, can be a male or female. I don't go to sex when it comes to the cards. It's a person who is young in mind or younger. Can be a child, can be a best friend. You're communicating privately with them. Now, the conversation then will transform where they will sift out, especially connected to the investigation card. Can be like a bit of stalking going on, communication. Now, with this card, it looks as though this person, whoever you're communicating with, is directly connected to your important person. Okay? So, that's what I've got for mid-month. I hope that helped. I'll have a quick hello. How are we all? Are we looking after ourselves? Cancer moon. Hello, Orlando. Hi, Maureen. How is everyone? Are we looking after ourselves? I'm going to be recording today, but I'll see if I can do it for next month. But I'm trying to get it into a point where it's going to be twin flame and soulmate readings of each zodiac. So each month you'll get your financial aspect and any energy that comes through, and then you'll get twin flame and soulmate energy. So if you're not a twin flame, you can look at the romance within the soulmate energy and you can see how it's directly coming through. I'll still do the live sessions when it comes to the twins. And that way both parties can actually get it. I am going to create, well, I have already created a second channel. I think when I do go to actually add the twin flame numerology, you know, for the new year, they should be uploaded. I'll try and do them over Christmas and New Year's. And then I will give you guys the link to the new channel, and that will have the twin flame numbers, twin flame path, tools, the mirror. It's going to take a while to do that because it's probably over 100 videos, but I'm trying to get myself organized here so I can do that over there. And then when we need the tools, we can actually jump over, have a look, and we can grab the animal totems, and I'll just gradually keep adding as I have 5. So I hope that helped. There's 2 more cards for Cancer. And I do feel there is a family-related dynamic. Again, you can be looking, you were looking at something in black and white. That might have been around August. By default, I could have attracted unwanted relationships. It's a choice between the light and the dark, okay? And the other card. You're really seeing a difference in, you've seen the juxtaposition, guys, okay? You know what's hot and what's not, as my daughter says. It's not hot. You know what's working and what's not. Any questions before I love you and leave you? Yeah, and it's strange because I'm the Cancer moon as well, and much of my chart does have Cancer through it. The moon there is an airy feeling at the moment with the moon. There definitely is. It's very different. I may come on, what day? Tuesday night, I'll see. I have to reschedule one lady through request. But other than that, I'll try and do it during this new week where I'll come on live and I will do some twin flame updates. My daughter has moved back in, so there's been a bit of a shuffle around to get organised and have everything sorted so I can continue on. So other than that, I'm still alive. I'm still here. But yeah, usually the moon, I found that the moon energy never would affect me, especially being, you know, Cancer moon rising. Now I'm finding where you're supposed to manifest, which I chose on this occasion with the new moon not to manifest. The full moon is to release. The new moon is to manifest. I chose not to, simply based on the aspect that we're in a retrograde. And I feel if you do the purging and you release what you need to, at least at the time frame moving into the new cycle, you know, moving away from Venus retrograde, we're going to have more clarity where we can make those decisions. I'll pause and I'll come back so we can leave this video separate, and I'll just have a chat to you about the planets and give you a little bit of support, and then I'll love you and leave you.